So the characters' names are Karen, the Holy Knight of Cuponia, Eauvoux, the gnome, Kell Foxshroud, and that is Mike, Ben, Kaylee, and Sean. We left off, you killed the snakes. Karen and Kell, you are in, I want to say Keenan and Kell. You're in front of a doorway. The door is large, it's closed. It's made of oak and banded iron. It does not appear to have a lock, but it has two very large ring handles. The door stands before you, and keep in mind, you have not slept.
Would we like to take a long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going out and sleeping and coming back.
You can't go out. The door has been dissolved into a puddle of acid. The entrance has crumbled down and collapsed inward. There is no way out. You can sleep in this dank cave, or you can heal yourselves.
We're just gonna sleep in the cave.
Good to keep going. We don't need no long rests.
I wouldn't mind refreshing some spells.
People in your spells.
I can just sleep on the ground.
Okay, everybody is sleeping. Okay, nothing happens during first watch. Who's taking second watch?
I kick the paladin, just like
You're just gonna...
a sharp shot to the ribs. It's your turn. IMO elves should take all watches all the time.
Sure is drafty.
Sure is.
Weird smell of ozone.
Roll a perception check. Who's up?
Wake should.
Pincushion,
No,
are
I
you
kicked
asleep?
Kaylee awake. It's her turn.
Karen, maybe you should roll a perception check.
Must have been the wind.
Rolled a 9.
Yeah.
With what?
Oh, I have
I-
listen skill. Does that work?
You could roll listen.
Put my sword to the ground and then the ear on it.
Everybody wakes up because there is now a draft and some very deep growling noises in a draft. Roll perception.
What am I adding to get perception?
I would say listen.
Yeah.
Check.
Do I re-roll perception, or am I just gonna remain oblivious?
You have no idea what's fucking happening. Okay, so Kell Foxshroud, Alhazard, and Eauvoux all heard the voice from the darkness and realized that the door has been blown open. See two red eyes glowing. You can feel the hot breath on your faces, and you can hear the scratching of claws against stone.
How big is the doorway?
Big enough for a fucking dragon to get through.
Yeah, but like.
Like
The
a
si-
wormling? Or
Yeah, like,
an
is it
ancient
like
dragon?
yeah, exactly. Like, the size of the doorway tells me a lot about the size of
Knowledge nature? The dragon asks you who the fuck you are, what the fuck you're doing here.
Do I still not notice this?
I'm sure you'd have noticed us talking right now. Like,
Who are you guys talking to? Is it a manager?
are you talking to the manager? Let me talk to the manager!
Who's in charge here?
I'm in charge.
Hey, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase and explain to the dragon that the town has paid us to kill him. There may need to be some explanation.
You're
Because
gonna
the town
throw the
cannot-
townspeople under the bus like that?
Absolutely,
Yes.
I am. Like, that was the entire
Townspeople are
plan
making me
coming.
go on this fucking quest.
Roll a dexterity check. The dragon starts flapping his wings, trying to knock you over with the gusts of wind.
I think that'd be strength
Oh.
to resist the wind.
Okay, strength check.
I am gonna do great at this.
I got an 18.
17.
I got an 8.
Okay,
I think Sean gives you resistance to wind effects. Yeah, because like you're like that storm druid-y type things.
You can stand against the wind like an old mariner and
Yeah,
storm.
I've got Windwalker.
Alhazard,
17
Fine.
too.
Alhazard and Kell both remain standing. Karen and Eauvoux. Okay, the dragon just blew your asses over. Karen, this is an evil entity that is before you, that has just claimed that he will spare your life should you work for him. He's attacking. Kaylee, take 28 damage.
Oh, dang.
How much HP do you have?
42.
Okay. The dragon's offer sits on the table. Holy Knight of Cuponia, you have your choice. You can either die or ask the dragon what his bidding would be.
I already like where this is going.
Would knowledge nature potentially give me knowledge about a dragon?
Yes.
Is it possible for me to, like, use knowledge nature to check how much HP this dragon has?
should
information I
use.
can ascertain.
Maybe you should use knowledge nature for other information about blue dragons. To think about maybe something else that he might want other than murdering villagers.
Said that
I really would like to know how much HP he has.
I don't think that's kind of
That's not a knowledge nature thing.
meta knowledge thing that like a character.
Alright,
would
can I
know
use
exactly.
knowledge nature to find out any relevant knowledge about the blue dragon?
Absolutely. Roll for knowledge nature.
I rolled a 2.
Does anybody else want to roll knowledge nature?
I would like to present a ginger snap cookie in my backpack in exchange for my life.
Okay, does anybody else want to roll knowledge nature to see if they can recall anything else the dragon might want other than murdering villagers?
Oh, do I have knowledge nature? I don't have knowledge nature, so it's just a guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have
3.
I would imagine pretty.
No,
Okay,
you have no idea. You have no idea what dragons want. What about
Roll.
pincushion? Would you want to try?
I rolled an 18, and so like I got a 19 just off of my end.
Okay.
Like I like meta know everything I need to know about this dragon already. Like just as far as dragons.
Alhazard, you know that blue dragons don't tend to dig their own. They don't tend to dig their own lairs. They tend to find underground, pre-made caverns. You know that the size of this cavern is a bit small for a dragon that's not full grown. Though he's an adult, he is a young dragon. Perhaps you could offer something else to him. Maybe you could offer to find him a larger cave or dungeon or catacomb to live in, as this one seems a bit small.
Alternatively, I could tell the dragon that I have softened earth and could cave this whole layer in if he doesn't stop being a bitch.
That would
I mean,
hurt
great.
you more
We
than it
could
would hurt the
definitely-
dragon, because blue dragons burrow.
I can just it's just like a sort of like I can just say I don't have to do it now, but I can come back and do it at any time. You know?
I
can do it
anytime I want.
I'm more interested, like, yeah, we could work on potentially finding a new home for him in a bit. Like, we can kind of treat him like a hermit crab, but like, this kid is super young. Like,
It just sounds like something my character is just not really interested in.
Rehoming an animal? You're a druid.
yeah.
Rehoming a bitchy ass dragon that's making
But,
a
like-
bunch of politics like that I just don't care about.
He's just
Like,
building a horde. That's what dragons do. They build their
Yeah,
hordes, and
Maybe my
he's.
character doesn't like dragons. Maybe my character thinks dragons are natural bitches and throw nature off.
Well, then let the big boys handle this. Go sit in the corner.
Do you share this information with the group, Pincushion? Or maybe perhaps talk to the dragon about this information?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely talk to the dragon. So with the like, the group doesn't need to know this information. I kind of assume they already do, because I would assume they're smarter. Like, at least the druid is smarter than
Yeah,
the
I mean, I think it's probably a safe assumption that I probably could, like, guess my character would also have guessed this, yeah.
Well, you rolled super low,
I have
so
a very high knowledge nature.
That's true.
What? But you only, what did you roll?
He rolled like a 3 or
Like a
something.
2 or 3.
I could roll again.
No.
You don't get to roll again with knowledge. You either know it or you don't. So far, I have, like, I've resisted every attack that the dragon has made. Like, I stayed standing through his wind attack. Like, I wasn't targeting by his breath weapon at all. But, like, you can't do that again for a minute, I know at least. I'm super down for working with you. I think we could do some good things here. We can.
If you're looking at the Draconomicon, he's a young adult. He's about 100 years old.
It's a young adult?
He's a young adult.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's almost 100 years old. He's been.
Okay.
You have to realize
That-
he has been looking after this village for 60 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Which
saying.
means
Gotta be-
he must have been. Which means he must have been at an age that he could have been able to negotiate at that 60-year prior mark. I mean, together the four of you probably. I mean, you'd be able to take him at full health if you ambushed him. If you had set a trap. That's why I was like, yeah, maybe caltrops are a good idea.
So yeah, let's get some stuff done here. You said you wanted some people in the town dead. I assume you want the people who hired us dead.
No, I want everybody in the town dead, because then I want
Everybody in the town dead. You
I
said.
want
Okay.
everyone in the town dead.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's been a lot of work taking care of this town. I'm not sure that my return investment has been worth it. This town has been a lot of work.
Consider.
Can I roll the bluff?
Sure.
If we kill the entire village, it might garner the attention of a larger village, and they may feel threatened by the dragon's presence and be able to afford to send an actual, forced dispatch of it.
Not that we aren't a force or anything to be reckoned with.
Yeah, but we're 4 people. I mean, a larger trade, like a local city that might be a larger trade hub with more money might notice this town getting eviscerated and then hire.
And then
someone
send
to come after.
double or
A
triple
raiding
our
party.
numbers after
Exactly.
us. Yeah.
Maybe instead of bluff, how about diplomacy?
Yeah, it's more reason than bluff, I think.
Yeah. Would you
Persuade?
persuasion or
Diplomacy.
diplomacy?
Yeah.
Can I just use the same 16?
Yeah, it's fine. He considered.
I'd like to add on to this, where you have recently considered your return on investment not worthwhile for the town, rather than just obliterating the entire town, which admittedly would be fun. Rather than doing that, just stop protecting them for a little while. Just knock it off. They'll stop paying you, which for a little while that'll suck. But these people have no way to defend themselves. They have literally zero army. I walked in and shouted and literally all of them shit themselves. They have no army. Maybe one person in town worth note as a fighter. If you just stop taking care of the local goblins and orcs and whatever is around, they'll take care of the town for you a little bit, and then you can charge them triple.
That's extortion, and that's not fair.
The dragon ignores Karen. And what will
I
you
want to taunt the dragon.
what will you give me
Minded.
in exchange for sparing your lives?
Tell us about the local, troublemakers, goblins, orcs, whatever you have. Tell us about these local troublemakers that you've been dealing with, and we'll go stir up trouble.
I actually want to interject and suggest that instead of that, the dragon could offer to pay us more than the town is paying us to go kill some people in the town to show that the dragon has a higher supply of funds than
That's also something that could be done. We could just march into town and just a few key executions.
and by paying us more than the town paid us to kill the dragon to execute in this town, it also demonstrates your financial prowess over the town, sending them a message that they are financially inferior to you as well.
And you could still,
After we kill them. for
yeah,
the
like
continued-
after the executions and
Yeah.
everything there, you can still charge them triple. So either way works. Personally, I like the idea of causing trouble. I want to go start a couple wars. I think that'd be fun.
The dragon casts light in his treasure chamber. You can see that he can barely fit inside of his hoard any longer. The entire room is stacked from ceiling to floor with gold and gemstones, suits of armor, bolts of cloth.
Awesome. Do we have some of that? Like, you obviously need a new place to live, so I think we should go out and like cause some trouble, and like maybe we can find the like a new.
Suggest that I can offer to use Soften Earth to help expand the size of his lair a bit if you wanted.
It's true. Like we could just like take down the walls of this tiny room so that the horde can expand into like the greater area where the snakes were.
Blue dragons are good diggers. I can soften up the hard parts to give them like a good access to be able to expand it as well.
Blue dragons are...
Granting these walls might be load bearing, so like taking them down may not be the best idea.
That's also not my problem.
I'm sure the dragon's thought of that. Like I'm sure he knows like his lair more intimately than.
He moves out of the way of the door, and you see behind him there is another door to another chamber.
Another door!
He says...
Our door?
Yes.
Is he not within range of me anymore?
No, he's still within range. Like...
Well, I mean, like, is he, like... Can he get me? Am I in direct line of fire?
Yes.
Can I cast Obscuring Mist to obstruct the dragon's vision and make it harder for it to aim at any of them?
He has blind sight, so you can, but it'll only obstruct the view of your compatriots.
Can you explain the mechanics of blind sight to me?
It means
It's just like you
any
can't blind him.
you can't blind him. Anything within 90 feet of his vicinity, he can see. So obstruction spells, mists, darkness, he can see through any of it. Anyways, so the dragon responds to your chatter and says, I would actually be interested in expanding my lair. As you can see, it does go a bit further back than just this, but this door is a bit too small and the tunnels beyond are a bit narrow. And also there are creatures living there. I could bit by bit reconstruct the tunnels to make them larger for myself, but then there's the problem of the monsters within. It's just been far too much trouble for me to deal with myself. And I would consider our debt paid if you just cleared out the tunnels for me.
I could suggest to the dragon, as someone who can speak to animals, I might be able to reason a lot of them to just leave of their own accord.
The dragon
You
chuckles.
speak to those goblins.
He chuckles
Oh, are they
and
not
says,
animals?
you're more than welcome to try to commune with the creatures beyond.
What sort of
Sensible chuckle.
creatures are beyond?
Mostly undead.
Ooh, fun.
More like
I
fun dead.
asked, can I request that while we are clearing the creatures out of the tunnels, the dragon vacates the lair until we're finished?
Yeah, it seems maybe not necessary.
He says that he's going to have to tunnel his way out of the lair anyway, since you collapsed the entrance point.
I apparently had my mic muted.
Character has chosen that it is necessary to share the information I learned when I echolocated as a bat. And I am now sharing a rough explanation of the layout of the dungeon with everyone in the party and the chat of Zoom.
Okay.
I've been actively trying not to share the map with people, but like it's necessary
Okay.
for what I want to do. When you guys have a chance to look at the map, like tell me because I'm gonna suggest a plan, but I need you guys to like understand the map first.
And the map is oriented a little differently than
it's
the way.
slightly askew to the way it's presented in Zoom.
It's in GIMP, it's rotated 90 degrees to the right.
Yep.
And you're in 1. The dragon is in 1A.
And the area behind is the labyrinth, of course.
So I'm gonna suggest to the other members of the party that if they look or study or whatever the fuck, however we're in
Did
more
you
justifying this.
wait? Did you draw this map for them?
Crudely or in whatever way you can.
In the sand.
So in
I
front.
have nothing in my inventory because
So in-
my creator hates me.
So in front of the dragon, you drew an entire map of his
That's kind
lair.
of the area because we're gonna
In the
go
sand.
back and like clear it out. So we're making a plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've agreed to
So-
clear it out for him.
Well, we're discussing the logistics of
Okay.
it currently. I'm not committing to it. I am just discussing the viability of whether or not I like the plan currently.
Okay.
Is what my character is
And Karen, you've been awfully quiet.
I don't like this goddamn dragon. I don't like this dirty cave.
Hey, great news for you then. What I am going to suggest is that I don't fully understand
Blow your
exactly
fucking mind.
how we are going to accomplish that, and we'll probably have to figure the logistics of this out between the four of us, but I'm sure we have the tools somehow between stuff the four of us can do. But if you look at the map, you will see that all of the catacombs are connected to one central entry point on the back of the room on the end of where the dragon is sitting. If we could somehow create a fire, I could use my druid powers to use wind to funnel this fire through all of the catacombs, cleansing the undead out of it, so we don't have to actually crawl the entire way through.
That's a good idea. I appreciate that idea, but there's a door on each of those passageway entrance points.
I can use soften earth to remove all of the doors from the catacombs.
Well, that
and
that
then
would
we
create
create a wildfire.
Well, that
We'd
would
have to
require
go
us to
through
go
by now.
to the doors. At which point we might as well just crawl through the dungeon.
It was a
Which
good
I'm all
plan.
for.
It was a good plan. If you guys,
My problem with the plan when he was telling me about it was like, yeah, that's cool, but like, you know, then we just like explode the entire catacomb.
Sorry, I would like to talk to the party out of earshot of the dragon about strategy on how to approach this.
you're not out of earshot of the dragon. No
I
matter
want to move out of earshot of the
you,
dragon.
you cannot.
Alright, fine. I'm just gonna say it in front of the dragon. I suggest to the party that it might be worth our time to consider that the bounty for a dragon to the right cellar might be worth the gain from doing the dragon's task.
I revised my statement about us being able to take this dragon. I thought it was a young dragon, not a young adult dragon.
Oh, that's totally different.
This
When I
guy's
looked
gonna
up a
fucking
young
body
dragon
us.
and they had 115 HP. I was like, fine. But young adults are like 250. I don't want that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like this guy would fucking body us if we tried to take him. Like,
Body us.
The part of me kind of wants to try it anyway.
yeah, you're gonna die.
Fine. It's just my character.
And you know you're gonna die, so like.
My character just really doesn't want to do this and is trying to find an alternative. My
The al-
character hates this strategy.
the alternative would have been selling your body at the brothel.
Yeah.
The dragon says, well, while you guys are deciding what you're gonna do, I'll move out of your way
Dig.
so you can actually get to the door. I'm gonna go take a nap.
As he begins to leave, would like to roll handle animal and knife hand the dragon and say, listen buddy, you're gonna stay right here.
What is your alignment?
Chaotic.
Chaotic neutral.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I feel like the
Here,
knife hand should have
I'll-
been something that Karen.
Roll a reflex save.
A reef. Here,
Reflex.
I've got some dice here.
Can you pull the sheet up?
So I've got your sheet here. So he first actually got a 21 for that handle animal.
Okay.
and then his reflex is a 9.
Okay.
So, like, he knife-handed the shit out of that dragon, but like is probably gonna get slapped.
You get whapped with his tail on his way out the door, and he goes around the corner and disappears into the darkness.
Does my handle animal just like fizzle on him?
Yeah. Handle animal only works on non-sentient creatures.
It could work on this. It works on.
Try it on Kaylee, see how it works. Because humans are animals, and if you can use handle animal on a dragon, you can use handle animal on a paladin.
And maybe. Actually, you might be right. Actually. It doesn't matter. Like, I like the RP tail slap, anyways.
Yeah. You get tail whapped, and you fall on your ass. So now Evo and Karen and Kell are all on their asses, just sitting on
I figured we
the
would have
floor.
stood up again by now.
Literally, no one stood up by now.
Yeah, nobody ever said that they stood back
Nobody ever
up.
declared they're standing
Nobody
up.
ever declared they were standing. I assume
So it
everybody's
didn't
just
happen.
sitting.
Everyone's still just
Jesus
sitting
Christ,
there like,
I
what
didn't
the
even
fuck?
think about. I'm just like sitting on the ground, like, don't be so cavalier to think that you might
Right.
be able to beat us, dragon. And I'm like on my ass. Like, running into
No,
his
you
face.
stayed standing. Me
Oh,
and
okay,
you
that's
stayed
right.
standing.
No,
until
you-
the wind
Okay,
gust.
okay.
You just got knocked on your ass by the dragon's tail
Yeah, you
as
got
he was.
tail slapped
It would
just
have been so
now.
much funnier if I was on my ass the whole time. I've been like bluffing and threatening, and if I was on my ass when I knife-handed the dragon, like, listen, buddy. Right there.
So there's a big pile in the middle that has the impression of his body where he seems to have been laying, but there is a semi-clear path to the doorway.
Quick question.
And his
Does
cast,
the dragon want to take a nap?
yeah.
Yeah, he like wandered out and around the corner.
So like, is the dragon asleep right now?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't assume yet. Like, he just left the room.
How perceptive is the dragon to what's happening in this room?
He can hear everything
would
that's
assume
going
No way
on.
of knowing that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any way of knowing that, but I would assume very,
Is
because
there
it's a
any
big
way
dragon.
I can use my like sense awareness or some shit like to gauge like how much?
He's basically in the same room as you guys now. Like before, he was in a room with a door separating you guys, but now he's basically in the same room. He's in the same cavern.
Ben,
He moved out of the way.
can I transform into a kangaroo?
Do you really want to
If
use?
you know what a kangaroo is. If your character knows what a kangaroo is, yeah, potentially.
I'm a druid. Why wouldn't I know?
You don't know
Wouldn't
what
has
my
your-
knowledge nature give me knowledge of a kangaroo?
your
Not
knowledge.
necessarily,
Your
like,
knowledge nature gave you no
assume
knowledge of a
it's
blue dragon.
like assume it's a high fantasy world and you live in like, you know, an England
Yes,
style
but like
setting.
if I have a high knowledge nature druid who lives in the forest and can shapeshift into animals,
You need
you
to
would
roll
think I
for
would
it.
actively seek other animals to learn to shapeshift into.
Sure, but that doesn't mean that you've ever been to the outback nor ever met someone who's been to the outback.
But that
Kaylee,
also doesn't mean
I really
have.
wish cameras showed up on the feed because you're the star of this show right now. Just
Me?
Kaylee, she's been making faces while you guys sit here and argue. Okay, here's the thing, Sean. You rolled super fucking low on your knowledge nature about blue dragons, and Alhazard
Yeah, but,
had
like,
to
maybe I can
roll.
high on.
Okay.
So maybe he's from the outback and has no knowledge of dragons,
Okay,
but intimate
so-
knowledge of kangaroos.
And spiders.
Okay, yeah, I guess roll knowledge nature about fucking kangaroos. Who are you gonna put in your... Okay, why do you want to be a kangaroo? Actually,
I assume he wants to stuff gold into his belly pouch.
So we can pay for the fucking belt and just stop dealing with all this bullshit that isn't our problem.
okay,
Because I can put 2,000 gold in my goddamn pouch when the dragon leaves the room. We
how
can just fuck off.
how are you going to leave when the entrance is blocked?
I can use Soften Earth to create an exit for us.
You could.
Yeah, but like, we kind of already told the dragon we were gonna do stuff back here. Like, if we try and fuck off,
Who fucking
he's
cares? What
the
is he gonna
dragon.
do? Hunt us
going to-
down? We
Yes.
just go leave. I don't live in this city. He's not gonna find me.
Yes, he will. Like, listen, the dragon will literally kill you before you can finish the exit.
It's
Dragon's not gonna know. I'm gonna
If
wait
you-
till he's gone, and we're just gonna sneakily
Where's
do
the
it.
dragon going?
He's not
The
going
entrance
anywhere.
is collapsed. He's literally in
Gonna
the
go
same room
somewhere
with
else.
us.
We'll go to the room with other goals in it.
I like how
Like,
as
oh,
you
we're gonna go.
There's no other room. There's
Well,
the
there
entrance that was
is some
collapsed.
over there.
There's the
No,
entrance that's
no.
collapsed. The
We'll
room
send
with
the
two snakes
paladin
that were killed.
to go get naked in one corner of the room, and I'll take gold in the other corner of the room.
Sean?
To the dragon's back.
Sean, I want to point something out. As a druid, you cannot change gender, and male kangaroos don't have pouches.
That is some. Why do you have to know that level of knowledge there?
Because
She's the DM.
There's nothing that Cass does not know. She is the internet.
Well, you know, when you're a king, you have to know these sorts of things.
Right.
I feel like I'm coming up with these plans, and Cass is like googling kangaroos, like, how can I ruin this?
look, no, look. Here,
It's true though.
look at my hands. Do you see me googling shit? Male marsupials do not
I believe
have
that you know it.
pouches.
I absolutely believe that you knew that. I have come up with so many goddamn
I thought you were
plans
gonna
that
put,
I
like,
feel
the
are
gnome.
So clever, and you've got like an answer for all of them.
That's why I'm the DM.
That's why she's yeah. Anyways,
But
Why don't we just do the mold earth or whatever and get out? If the dragon's like, what the fuck are you doing? We're like, we're making fucking breathing holes or something. Bluff to the fucking dragon. How's he gonna fucking know?
because the dungeon master
Yeah,
is
see,
not
I
gonna
still
let
don't
you
know
do
why we're
that.
actually cooperating. I feel like we just don't have to. I feel like we don't have to play this dragon's game.
You don't.
Yeah,
You
so we
don't
just
have
bluff.
to.
Like, I feel like everyone's so
It's just like, all right, let's play. Let's do the thing because we're gonna roguelike. I don't need a reason. Let's do the roguelike.
Not everyone.
Because Ben wants to
Everyone was
roguelike.
like,
Listen-
no,
listen.
fuck
Like
you,
Sean
don't
over
stop
here
that.
doesn't
Dun-
like being an NPC and wants to figure out how to play his own campaign.
dungeon crawl is the best part of the game. But
I
beside
actually
that
find
point,
combat in D&D to be some of the most boring part of it.
Me
Fun
too.
in D&D for me is trying to do everything I can to stay out of combat.
and like that's
Yeah.
fine, but like, there still has to be some combat.
I agree there has to be some, but I mean you're just going right for it. Like I
That's-
really feel like
that's
we
what
could-
Ben does.
We have had 5 campaigns so far with 0 combat. I want to get in there and fucking hit something.
This is session 4. This is session 4.
And we killed snakes.
This is session
Last time.
4, not 5.
Ben
You killed two
jumping
snakes.
hard for a
And
Ben needs to
you
fucking
even
smash.
turned unnecessary combat and half health me for no goddamn reason other than having like bravado.
And you still like him
Like,
more than the
fuck off,
gnome.
you're getting some action.
And you still like him more than the gnome.
Yeah, because that's a very expected thing for him to do.
Whoa there, MAGA. He tells it like it is. That's why I like him.
How long does the light spell last?
The li-
I think
Is it
it's
hours
an hour.
per level.
Yeah, it's hours per level.
Okay.
oh,
Or, no.
thanks
Let me
for-
double check. I think it
thanks-
might be 10 minutes per level.
thanks for reminding me. I was just
Well,
gonna.
I would like to ask what the gnome's thoughts on the situation are, as he has been awful silent through all of this planning and brainstorming.
The gnome's thoughts are take the path of least resistance because I am a small morsel.
So don't have any kind of teleportation or portal or relocation spells?
Light
Not
is
at
10
this
minutes per
level.
level.
Okay. So about an hour right now.
Okay, so can I propose a new plan?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get out of this cave. While the dragon's still in there, we're just gonna fucking collapse the whole goddamn thing.
He's not in there anymore. He's in the same cavern as you now.
Right, but we're gonna
I'm
get out.
not against the idea of getting out and just collapsing in the cave on the dragon. Like, let's find a reason to get the dragon out of the treasure room deeper into the cave a little bit and then just collapse that tunnel, cutting us off, take some treasure, and get out of the fucking cave.
Okay, down. Then I can take some back to my lord.
So are you going to go into the tunnels? Because there's a trap door that leads outside in room 10.
We could probably just find another way out. Wait,
Yeah, our
I
magic
could
is weak.
use Soften Earth to make an exit for us, and I could use Entangle to just trap a dragon in one of the tunnels. Nice, right?
Assuming you could cast high enough that the dragon couldn't just resist it outright.
Yeah, didn't just resist it outright, and then assuming that the dragon didn't just walk out of it because he has a strength score of like 27.
Okay, hold on. But can the dragon fit into those tunnels? The little ones.
The little ones? No, absolutely not.
Okay,
Not
so
unless
then
he
you try the entangle, and if it fails, we fucking book it.
Not unless he
Into the
shapeshifts.
tunnel.
And if he shapeshifts, he's gonna have whatever stats of whatever he shapeshifts into.
Well,
Like,
that's
you
fine,
fucking
because I can
shapeshift?
also shapeshift, so then we at least have an automatically even playing field, plus I have a party. So
Yes.
And then he shapeshifts into a blue
Wait,
whale,
dude,
which
that's the
walks
plan.
away.
Let's just piss him the fuck off, get him to shapeshift to chase us into a tunnel, and then just kill him when he's a weak bitch.
That's not how dragons work.
Is that not? She just said that he takes the stats of whatever he shapeshifts
He still has
to,
the
so if he
same
shapeshifts to
HP.
something smaller and
Yeah,
weaker
but,
than
like,
himself,
Okay,
then
but
he is easier
still.
to kill.
Okay, but like,
He can still unshapeshift.
yeah,
Ooh,
he
unless
can
we get him in
unshape-shift.
Unless we get him in somewhere
But
small.
if he gets us, if we
And
run
then he's
into
trapped.
the tunnel, so he has to shapeshift into something small to follow us into the tunnel, he can't de-shapeshift while he's in the tunnel.
No,
So-
but then we're in a very small tunnel and like perfect lightning bolt charges.
What if we set a trap so 3 people get in the tunnel and prep their strongest spells or CCs? Will one person base them into the shapeshift tunnel, and as soon as they get in, we just fucking blap him?
It would have been a good
Dragons are
idea.
smarter than humans.
It's
Yeah,
true.
there's that. Also, the dragon has like 200 hit points.
But if he
Also,
shapeshifts to a smaller animal, it will
He still
decrease
has
his HP
200
pool.
hit points.
I thought she
No,
said that it would decrease
he
his
still
stats
has.
if he goes to a weaker
Sure,
animal.
like his
Like,
strength
isn't
will
that,
go
isn't
down.
it?
No, your hit.
Well, what it his like endurance, shrinking, go?
No.
Okay, or fortitude.
His like strength would go down.
And technically, the Constitution scores and everything
like, he
go
might
down, but not his actual HP.
Yeah,
No, his
but,
hit
like,
points stay the same. And his
might
breath weapon
lose
also
10 to 20
stays
hit
the same.
points, but yeah, he
because
still
it's
has
a-
his breath weapon.
because it's
He
magic.
Still has all of his spells. He still has
Okay,
his
okay.
rightful presence, his spell
at this.
immunity.
Because if
So,
he shapeshifts
he
into a
is
human
basically
form,
right
he
here, and
shapeshifts
we're
into a
right
human
here.
wizard.
We
This
cannot
is no
fight this
longer-
dragon.
This is no
You are
longer,
all
hang on.
idiots.
Let me talk. This is no longer an exit. So what if we somehow bait the dragon out here and then collapse this so it cuts, like, traps the dragon completely in this area, and we can either like poison or light us on fire, or even just leave him trapped. Then we can take the treasure ourselves and fight our way throughout the trapdoor, moving away from the dragon
Listen.
behind us.
That
Yes.
only
Yes,
works
we're doing it.
until we hit room 5 and 6. At which point the rooms are big enough that he can actually dragon form again.
Okay, but so if we collapse the tunnel here, take treasure and start fighting our way out, we can always collapse the tunnel behind us as we move into a new section, so we're continuously sealing the only way that he can get to us off as we move our way out. I actually don't see a way that goes wrong. And we will have to kill everything on the way out, which gets the roguelike experience. So we're a win-win, because we're both fucking the dragon and doing the gameplay you want.
I can think of many ways that goes wrong, because we have to continue to fight our way through the tunnels, giving the dragon a chance to catch us from behind.
Which is why we're continuously collapsing the tunnel every single time we move.
Listen,
to a
you
new
have
joint.
no idea how fast dragons can dig.
Yeah, but if he could dig that fast, he would have dug the tunnels fucking bigger in the first place. So he's obviously not capable of digging that fucking fast, or he would have.
Or he's just lazy.
Which is gonna be another thing that's gonna stop him from getting through.
Sean?
Because he would have to do his whole layer
Sean,
at once.
listen,
why haven't you dug a tunnel? Why haven't you dug a tunnel in the front yard? You're perfectly capable of doing it. There's a shovel downstairs in the
exactly.
basement.
I would not be able to dig 20 holes in the front yard in a row. I physically would be incapable of doing it.
You could dig a
Yeah,
tunnel.
Even if I was really good at digging, I would still physically be incapable of doing that many tunnels.
But is the form that the dragon is gonna take capable of digging?
Yeah, that's the real question, Cass. If I was to trap the dragon in the big outer room, so like we made him out behind us and then collapse the door.
You don't
so now
know.
He's trapped in between the old exit. And
You
the
don't know
door
because
to
you haven't
the
rolled for that information. You don't know because you rolled nature.
Yeah,
you
your
rolled,
knowledge of nature
your
was shit.
You rolled a 3 on knowledge nature for dragons, so you have no fucking idea of what this dragon is
Does anyone
capable
else
of.
in the party have a way they may be able to ascertain this information?
Pincushion
I
does.
rolled really well on my knowledge for dragons. I'm telling you, you're all fucking idiots!
Ask the DM if it's a valid plan or not. You have the knowledge to get it.
Well, I don't need to ask the DM
Don't
if it's
just
a valid
fucking decide for yourself! Ask the DM, you bitch!
I don't need to ask the
Yes,
DM.
you do! Ask her!
Hey Sean, if I can just pick your brain here for a second. Let's assume the dragon is not strong enough to tunnel this out, or he would have. So how do you intend to cave in the area?
So I do have, again, Soften Earth, which I think I can only use once a day, right?
Yeah, so
we'll
if
have
you
to use that for
soften
the
the earth-
initial one. Past that, we'll have to be creative, but I don't feel like that's a very hard thing to accomplish. Like, I could shapeshift into an animal that is exceptional at digging and cave them in by hand. I just have to figure out what the right animal is. But,
So
like,
my
there's
question
ways
then
you can go
is,
about it.
if it was too
You're not
hard
gonna be able
before
to
and you're
take
softening
it.
the earth to collapse it, aren't you also softening the earth enough for it to be able to dig through it better?
What if we were to? I mean, you're a fire mage. You can just harden it right back. Is it?
That's not how it works.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, that's not how that works at all.
You haven't asked DM how good the dragon can dig. We don't know. This dragon might suck.
Dragons.
Maybe he's
Okay.
impaired. Maybe he's only has 2
Okay,
feet.
okay.
You don't know.
Yes, I know dragons. No, dragons have a dig speed of 20 fucking feet. I know this off the top of my head.
Maybe there's something wrong with this dragon. Maybe he has a disability. This is knowledge that we can get that you're
And that's
refusing.
not knowledge that I
There's
would
a
be
button
able
that
to
you
know.
can press, and it's like, yes, you can, because you rolled good. You just ask your wife. Ask her. God, you're infuriating me. Just ask the goddamn question. Ask her how good the dragon can dig.
Like, pretty good.
Oh, if it means we can move on, how fast can the dragon dig?
Okay.
Is it 20 feet per second? Or 20 feet per round? Is that how fast the dragon can dig?
Okay, let me
Like
pull
20
up
feet per second.
Let me pull up the Draconomicon. Before I wrote this campaign, I did my research, but I'm going to read this quote to you from the Draconomicon. to show you how well blue dragons in particular dig. Blue dragons prefer vast underground caverns for lairs. The grander the cavern, the better. They often choose lairs at the base of cliffs where wind-blown sand has accumulated. The dragon burrows through the sand to reach the caves below. Most blue dragons don't bother to keep the entrances to their lairs free of sand. They simply burrow to get in or out. Many deliberately bury the entrance to their lairs before settling down to sleep or when leaving to patrol their territory. He doesn't suck at digging. He's just kind of a young dude.
He's just fucking lazy.
This is his bachelor pad. He's lazy. I mean, he's been, instead of stealing wealth.
Don't assume your opponent is disabled.
He's very. He's
assume
Blue
their
dragon's
gender.
equivalent to no
Yeah,
further.
don't assume your opponent's
Harm.
gender either.
Into a very
androgynous.
androgynous dragon and attempt to seduce the dragon because you can't tell what gender I am and may feel sexually attracted. I don't think I want to do it. I'm just curious if it's on the table. That's
Oh
all.
my God, do
It's
it.
always
It might
on the
not even-
table.
Do
It
it.
might not even
Do
be
it.
for the dungeon. I just really want the knowledge.
Yeah, if you wanna shapeshift into, oh well, no, I don't. You can't shapeshift into a dragon. You're not high enough level.
No. Also, you can't shapeshift into dragons normally.
No, not unless you're dragonborn.
No. Yeah, like dragonborn or like dragonkin druids can.
Yeah, that
There's
was never given to me as an option.
It's
for a
because it
choice
was
to raise
not.
your
It was
option.
not an option.
Okay.
You've been presented with your choices. You can go slaughter everybody in the village, or you can clear out the catacombs, or you can die. Those are your three options.
I'm still on. Like, listen. I don't think any of these things are still off the table. Like, I'm down to do all of them. Like, I'm down to crawl through this dungeon, help the dragon out, wander back into town, perform a few executions, and like start like the extortion train and like lining my own pockets. Like, this sounds like a really sweet deal here. Like, there's probably tons of treasure in the back. He's gonna pay us for our work, and then we can go like start the town. Before we start the crawl again, I want to we need to like root around the horde a little bit and find some adequate magic items to take with us into the back room.
Are you rooting through the horde?
Yeah, just kind of like climbing up onto like the gold and like digging around, picking up any like
He seems unpleased.
amulets or helmets or interesting weapons.
He pokes his head around the corner and says, "You have two options. You can either go through that door, or you can die. I have nothing in this horde that will help
I
you."
would like to show the dragon that my inventory contains literally 0 items.
Do you see this character sheet?
And that if
I
the
have
dragon
nothing.
expects any work to be done, he's got to provide a tool for me to do it with, and I am going to take an item to clear.
You will be
The
rewarded.
dragon provides you his tool.
You will be rewarded once the job is complete. Roll initiative.
Oh dang.
I'm doing no such thing and backing away non-threateningly.
Well, no, just roll for me
Now
by
hang on,
proxy.
hang on a minute, big guy. There's no need for violence right now.
Yeah,
You all have to make a quick decision. Everybody roll initiative or go through the door.
I go through the door.
Yeah, I'm going through the door.
All right,
Like I say, I'm
here we
back.
go.
If
Don't
backing
get all
away
puffy.
non-threatening means I go through the door, then I go through the door, non-threateningly.
the door if I still can.
Excellent decision.
Did he go away?
No, you're now
What,
you're
the dragon? No, the
I
dragon
know,
didn't go.
you no
I know, but like, did he go back around the corner?
no you don't know you're in another you don't know you're in another room. You're in another room now.
You're not there. You're getting
Just
drunk.
reach through the door and just take a fucking coin. On principle.
Okay,
Weird-ass
so it is
dragon.
pitch black in here. So I would recommend.
Give me a light spell just on my shield.
I cast a light spell on a shield.
So I have low vision. I can lead the way if you want to save your spell.
Low light vision only works with some light.
Mhm.
You know, we
Is there
still...
nothing whatsoever where we are?
No,
Like,
she said
pitch
Oh, it's
black?
pitch black underground.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, that's why I said we need the.
Shift into an animal that has night vision and lead the way if you want to save your spell.
Then how would we
It's a
follow
cantrip.
you?
Yeah,
Your-
like we can't follow you if we can't see you.
You already cast
Yeah, like,
light, right?
It costs me nothing. Yeah, I already
Alright,
cast
alright.
light. It costs me nothing.
Okay.
To cast it. I can cast it all day.
As soon as you cast
I'm
light,
just
you
trying
see
proficiency.
you see two amorphous, hostile creatures shambling towards you. Roll initiative. Sean
Good.
has 17. Ben has what?
I'm on a 12.
Mike has what?
18.
Yeah.
Kaylee, what's yours?
Just take some of the
13.
tab up with me
13?
if you-
Do they appear vaguely zombie-like or more skeletonish?
Neither.
I want to I want to like try and knowledge something.
Agreed.
I'm ready to fight.
Mike, you go first.
The shapely thing in front of me.
Okay.
I'm going to burning hands.
Okay. Dealing how much damage?
13 fire damage.
Well, I wanna call lightning this bitch.
Call lightning.
Yes.
Yes.
Will that work underground?
Yes. Yeah, it's a really cool spell.
What do I roll? I actually don't 100% understand how to do combat, so you're gonna have to walk me through this a little bit
So-
for the first few rounds.
If you're doing a thing, you usually roll. But if it comes to spell casting, you just assume you know how to cast the spell unless you are wearing armor or under some effect that could cause a spell failure. So as long as you don't have a spell
Which you
failure, you automatically cast the spell, and then it's up to the other person to either resist it or just take the damage or try to negate it somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
just didn't know how I calculate the damage for my spell. Is what I'm.
right. So the blob gets a reflex save for half damage, and then you are rolling 3d6 for damage.
In the light, you can tell that these creatures. Nobody rolled a perception check, so I'm just gonna tell you, these creatures are not jelly balls. They are plant-like in appearance.
Plant-like.
They're amorphous, plant-like, shambling creatures.
Oh, okay.
So, Sean, did you cast lightning? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, it has no effect. It is now Kaylee's turn.
Hit
Intimate.
them with my sword.
Okay, which one?
The one closest to me.
Okay. Okay, roll for AC.
I rolled an 18. So 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. All right, Ben, it is now your turn.
Oh, I'll also get up into the face of these shambling mounds and get at them with my sword. 27.
Yep. Which one are you attacking? Top or bottom?
I'll move up in front of the gnome to engage the top so that neither of them can get past me or Kaylee for 12 damage.
It is the first one's turn. It attacks Ben. It misses.
Damn right it does.
It's the second one's turn. It goes for Kaylee. It misses. Mike's turn.
Yay!
Fire hands that bitch.
Oh, you think I'm just gonna fire hands that bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and cast Flaming Sphere. Yep, it's a 5 foot diameter sphere of fire that I can roll independently of my own move, 30 feet per round.
Okay.
If it enters a space with a creature, it stops moving for the round and deals 2d6 points of fire damage to each creature it's within range.
Okay.
There's
Roll for
successful
damage.
reflex.
Are they close enough that you together that you can between both of them?
Yeah, are they like shoulder to shoulder, or are they kind of
for double dipping damage?
There's one on either side of the room. The room is about
Okay.
20 feet
Oh,
across.
either side of the room. Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, I will have the orb roll itself towards the upper one that I attacked last time for 10 damage.
Okay.
After its reflex save.
Half damage. No reflex save.
Okay, so 5.
Sean's turn.
I want to wild form into a crocodile, and I want to use bite. So the
I was looking
damage
for
is
rough cut.
17.
That guy doesn't look so great.
Guess I'm strong.
Crocodiles are fucking strong. Haley's turn. Hulk smash that bitch.
I'm gonna Hulk smash that bitch. With
Good
my,
But only after a successful fight.
Hulk smash that bitch.
with my Exfonia coupon.
Yes. Your expired coupon sword.
They're gonna take it whether they want it or not. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go for number 2. And...
She's doing a number 2.
I need to do that.
19 to hit,
That hits. Roll for damage.
so 13. It's 1d8 plus my melee.
Plus
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 8.
your strength.
Oh, plus my strength. Then 8.
Mac at the guy in front of me. 24?
24 damage.
Yeah. Is a crit.
First guy's turn. He rolls to hit Ben. A misses. Second guy's turn. Aiming for Kaylee. Does 27 hit?
It does 20.
Close.
Oh, good. Okay.
Almost. Not quite. Good job. Good try.
Okay. Just checking. No need. 11 damage.
No, Karen.
Not as
unfair!
not as much as that dragon dealt to you.
I'm never shopping here again.
Mike's turn again.
I am going to Burning Hands that first one and keep my flaming ball up against it for another 2d6 damage. And 15 fire damage.
He is dead.
Wispy.
I just want to move to the back of the group and shapeshift back to normal.
I'm gonna hit the bitch with a sword.
Hit that bitch. Hit that bitch with your sword.
I rolled a 5.
That does not hit. Ben's turn.
So much for being a paladin.
Karen, get good.
I wander over and behind that one, putting it between me and Kaylee, and attempt to dispatch it. A 21 to hit. Should.
Does.
And
It is now that guy's turn. He's gonna go for. You hit him last, so he's gonna go for you, and he misses.
I move my fireball over to him, and then I cast my Burning Hands for 11 damage.
I will pass.
wish you'd just like throw a rock at it or something. You have a ranged weapon for a reason.
Kaylee, your turn.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, you miss. You swing and you miss.
Doesn't matter what the fuck I do.
It's true.
I do not think I dispatched it. I only got a 16 at the time.
Nope. You miss. Shambling Mound's turn. And he rolls a 20, which means crit bonus. Smash you. 12 damage.
Ouch. Stop.
You guys missed him. I mean, he's right there.
I know.
How could you
Blame Sean.
continue doing the fire thing that I can just do over and over? 17 fire damage.
He fails his reflex save and takes 8 damage because flame attacks do half damage. He's not looking great, but he is still alive.
Sean is gonna just pass for the rest of combat.
Okay.
Throw a rock.
Okay, making it Kaylee's turn.
I'm going to attempt again. Basically, I'm just like standing in the room, spinning in circles with my sword, hoping that I hit it.
You just got your eyes closed and you're doing like a fun spinny sword attack and it's not working.
An unnatural 20.
That hits.
Finally, fuck. So 10.
Okay, you slice that motherfucker straight in half and it dies.
Woo! That's right. You're gonna take
So I'll search the bodies to see if there's anything useful on them. I got a 24. I rolled an natural 20.
You see everything in this room. It is a stone chamber. There is moss growing everywhere. It appears that these two shambling mounds are plant-like creatures that must have moved in here and grown in here due to the dampness of the stones. There's moss and slime growing everywhere. The stones are a bit slippery. You notice that up against the walls there's mounds sloping upwards underneath of the moss and slime, and you think there might be something there.
Do I see anything that looks like it might be a sort of trap?
You don't see any traps. Do you want to reach into the slime? Into the goo?
I don't want to reach into the slime directly. I would like to cast Mage Hand and let the Mage Hand try to wipe some of the slime and moss off the wall for me.
Well, then you cast...
It's wild how paranoid everyone in this party is.
But Mage Hand has HP and everything too. It can take damage.
Right. So like if he puts the hand into the moss to like pull something out and it takes
It goes
damage.
away, then it only has like, what is it, 1 HP or something like that?
Yeah, it's like 1 to 4 or something like that.
You dip your mage hands into the slime and sludge and goo, and a loud suction noise pops as you pull forth several sealed bottles. So there are 8 bottles total, and then a few broken bottles underneath.
So like potion bottles, or are they smaller vials?
Roll your knowledge arcana.
23.
You believe that these are bottles of a healing potion.
bottles of dragon piss.
Yeah, the dragon
Am I
just
able
pissed.
to determine?
Dragon
Pissing in the-
bathwater.
Am I able to determine the potency of these?
The labels
Are they your strongest
the
potions?
labels are stained with slime and moss. You cannot read them.
I believe these are healing potions, right?
Yes, you believe they're healing potions.
Cool. Hey guys, check out these healing potions.
Oh, fuck yeah! mean,
I
that's not what
suggest that
Karen-
the
that's not what Karen
paladin
would
might
say.
make use by taking one of those since they took damage in combat.
Yeah, there's enough for each of us to have 2. How convenient.
Yes, how convenient indeed. I'll drink.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
drink?
let's go fight
You gonna
fucking
drink the
dragons.
whole thing, or are you just gonna take a sip to see how it works?
You seem like a drink the whole thing kind
Yeah,
of.
no, I down it. Just whoop down the hatch.
Okay.
It is quashed in a single gulp.
I think that we should go fight the dragon.
Yeah, throw the potions at him. That'll show up. Then it'll be all sticky,
No, we
and
don't.
it'll
We
be like,
don't fight him, and as he
oh.
fucks us up, we just keep like whittling him down.
You realize that like you could deal any of our entire HP in damage in a single attack.
Yeah,
and,
like he will literally
A
eat you.
young adult dragon, I think at that point probably has a 3 multi-attack. Could probably claw bite or claw tail.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's probably got the claw bite at least. He might have claw red bite.
Pincushion. Pincushion, you feel fully healed.
Yay! I feel stronger.
I feel
I'll
healthy.
I'll take a sip.
Okay.
I might not like the vintage.
Okay. Okay. You take a sip, just like a little sip. Just
Am I
take.
satisfied? No, I'm not.
Okay. I don't know.
Like that.
Roll for Roll for wisdom.
A Karen is never satisfied, even if
Okay.
she's satisfied.
Roll.
So
No,
your
not
score
wisdom.
is really low.
Okay, so I rolled an 18.
It is the finest vintage you have ever tasted in your life. A single sip seems to restore all of your strength to further than it was before. You feel more Karen than you ever have felt in your entire fucking life.
Super carrot.
All of the energy to go find discount. It is dragon piss.
Now, what color is it?
It's too dark to tell.
White.
We can't even like really see what's in it, and I just drink it.
Of course.
It's even sanitary.
Of course you would drink something that you just found in a cave.
In
in the dark
Like a wall check.
without cleaning the bottles covered with slime. Of course you would put that to your lips and take a swig.
I had to first like swirl it and sniff it, check the legs on it, and then I had to do this with it.
See if it had legs. Behind you is the door that you came from. Before you is a door that you can go through.
Was this 3A that we were in?
You're in 2.
Oh, we're in 2. I'll go open the door.
You open the door and the little light that you've created spills forward. You see some dark silhouettes shambling in the shadows. Roll initiative.
It's more shambling mounds. I'm going to shut the door.
Did you get a good look at how many there were?
2 or 3.
So are you guys gonna go back through the door?
Let the paladin go first this time, but and we'll follow her.
Yeah, sure.
Paladin goes first. In the dim light, you see 2 creatures that are not like the ones that you fought in the previous chamber. Roll initiative.
Can I roll perception?
If you can during your turn after you roll initiative.
Fine. Will. Roll a 5.
You do not feel very good about fighting whatever this is. It is monster number 1's turn. It is going to attack Kaylee. It misses.
Can I just like roll for perception to learn anything about these guys? 10.
They appear to be, whatever they are, appear to be constructed from random fleshy body parts from random creatures, both humanoid and animals. You suspect they might be flesh golems.
There's just 2 of them. I'm going to cast full strength on Pincushion.
I feel stronger.
Hey,
I suppose then I will. We're like in a doorway, right?
You're in a corridor. If you look here, you're actually in a stairwell. There's a staircase leading upwards, and there are 2 shambling, grotesque.
Oh, it's a staircase. Okay.
Yeah, it's a you're in a
Does it
staircase.
go uphill or downhill?
Uncertain. It just says stairs.
It just says Escher.
Which way does it go up or down? Yes, it does both.
I would assume it goes down.
Yeah.
The mountain.
It depends on whether you are ascending or descending the stairs, whether it is going up or down.
Right. From the direction that we are coming from, are we ascending or descending?
That is subjective. It depends on from which direction you are coming.
We are coming from room 2, so are we ascending the stairs or descending the stairs?
Yes.
Okay, but it's like a collapsed stairwell in the corridor.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's just a ridgy floor.
No,
Just
they're
rough terrain.
no, they're definitely stairs.
Do they go up or down?
No.
God damn it.
Into the
I think let's just move on with
Thinking
combat.
too
to the next
linearly.
turn.
What if they don't go up or down? What if they go through? Or when do the stairs go, Ben?
Okay, but like they go up or down.
No, they don't.
Why are the stairs?
Okay, whose turn is it right now?
I don't know. Who just went?
I understand I'm last in the order, but like, can someone for the love of God look for a lever that maybe lifts these stairs into an equitable position?
See, you're too hung up on the stairs.
Oh man, maybe.
Let's
Whoever's
move.
turn it is should cast detect.
Okay, who went? Who went last?
It's
I
like
forgot to flush.
Oh, it was
I
Sean.
said
Okay,
went last.
it's Ben's
it's
turn.
my turn. It's my turn. That's why I've been asking what fucking direction the stairs go.
Forward.
So I want to know like
The answer is yes.
They go forward.
I want to know like if I'm pushing down on the zombies or like if I can grab them or throw them.
If you can, yeah, you can do that.
Fucking Christ. Okay, no, fuck it. I'm
The stairs
done. I'm
occupy
done.
the entire hallway.
Just sword. Just go with the sword. Lead with the sword. Do my spinny move.
Spinny move.
Yeah, hang out. Just spin in a circle with
That
your
sounds-
eyes closed.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo. Yeah. The stairs, they are collapsed stairs. It's not just uneven terrain. You do have to still step on them to get through them, but they go straight. They don't go up or down, they go straight.
Since the room ends in either an upward or downward position, it doesn't matter, I go forward. And engage the fleshy golem. 19 to hit, because I have the bull string.
Whoa, okay. That does hit.
9 damage?
It is now Kaylee's turn. You're super grossed out by these fucking things with their oozy flesh and the horrible, cheesy, decaying flesh smell in this corridor. Tell me what you do to attack these creatures so as to not get their stank all up on your coupon sword.
I guess, like, I don't know, run through them with my javelin. Like, just,
Literally touch them with a 10-foot pole.
yeah.
You can use it as
From my
melee.
understanding, it's like a kind of a skinny hall, so
You
like,
trying to shish kebab
there's
them?
the golems, and then me, and then you.
I mean, you could shish kebab the Hellknight too. That would be within your alignment.
What, to kind of like check,
That
check
grin.
me out of the way?
No,
get,
to skewer you through to get to the skewer through you to get to the flesh golems. That would be within her alignment.
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna use my sword. We're gonna use my sword.
Attack the first one.
Yeah, the closest one. Okay, so 26 to hit.
You really want to fucking hit that thing.
I don't like it. It's gross.
It is gross.
7 damage.
All that build up for 7 damage.
I know.
I would like to just make a quick spot check around the room to see if I can see anybody controlling these golems. Roll a 25 for my spot.
You see that the floor is made of flagstones. The door in the north wall leading to area 3D is locked, and there appears to be a trap on it as well. There's an ancient skeleton that lies on the ground in front of that door. The other doors are also shut. You see nothing else of importance. You don't see anybody else in this corridor controlling the golems.
Are the golems actually like engaging us and moving?
They are.
I imagine they're like, if there's no one actively controlling them currently, then they're probably just like mindless running rampant. Or the person controlling them could be deeper in.
Well, I'm gonna cast Enlarge Person on Pincushion.
Pincushion, you are enlarged.
I feel even stronger.
Flesh golem number 2. Yeah, he's not interested. He kind of wanders back towards the other door. So flesh golem number 1, he attacks Pincushion with Slam. 18.
So I'm gonna bite.
As you bite down, an oozing ichor of yellow and maggots seeps between your teeth.
It is nothing that I am not used to.
Roll for hold down vomit.
13.
13 damage. Amazing. Roll a fortitude save.
To not vomit.
13.
You are barely able to stifle your vomit.
I rolled a 13.
That does not hit. Spen's turn.
15
Z.
damage.
Oh. Okay.
Because it was like a 20-something to hit.
I think I'm gonna use my Burning Hands on it. The damage output for that cast is
So it does 12 damage.
huh.
It's not undead, and it's not
You're
the plant from before.
Well, I don't know about flesh golems specifically, but I do know in general golems have a lot of magical resistances or weird effects with magic.
using
This
that.
particular construct appears to not be immune to fire damage.
Interesting.
That seems fine.
It also does seem to slow down. Flesh Golem attacks Pincushion. Take 9 damage.
Okay, I guess.
By the way, Flesh Golem number 2 seems to have lost all interest and is just shambling around aimlessly around the back of the corridor. So, Sean's turn.
Bite.
Bite?
Bite.
Okay. You bite down. A delicious, sort of thick cheese whiz squirts into your mouth.
It's 14.
It does not hit. It is now Ben's turn.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I slapped the shit out of it. Total of 30 to hit. 17.
Okay, the flesh golem is dead. The other one does not appear to be interested in you at all.
You mentioned before we move on to the next room, some sort of like skeleton.
Yes. An ancient skeleton lies on the ground before the door that leads to area 3D.
Okay.
Evo's perception check before revealed that there is a trap on this door.
Probably what killed that guy.
But there are 2 other doors that you can choose from.
Well, this door with the trap on it, I guess. Let's see. Yes, I would like to attempt to disable device.
Can you do that with Mage Hand from across the room? That'd be hilarious.
I don't know.
I'll allow it.
Cool, I'll do it with Mage Hand from across the room. 19.
It injects the mage hand with Deathblade, a type of poison.
Well,
okay.
the Mage Hand promptly winks out of existence then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, ow!
Hey guys, probably shouldn't mess with it. I'm really good at this sort of thing, and
Let's
didn't work.
Let's do a little bit of investigating on the other 2 doors and make sure they're not trapped.
Okay. Roll perception. The other 2 doors are not trapped, but they do appear to be locked.
What are they made out of?
They are just wood.
While I'm still enlarged into bull strength, I'm gonna try my enhanced strength to kick in the 2 locked doors. 26.
You are able to bust down the door, no problems.
I'll take up a quick defensive stance with my light shield. Actually look at what's inside the room.
It is a 20-foot square room, and it was clearly the site of a battle long ago. The walls are scarred by weapons and smeared with soot. The ruins of a sarcophagus against the opposite door, and a low, 3-foot-high opening is clearly visible beyond the ruin. The opening leads to a 5-foot-wide, 10-foot-high corridor that you can see on your map eventually loops to Area 4. The floor is made of flagstone. The corridor is made from hewed stone, which means it was carved straight from the mountain. Doesn't appear to be anything interesting in 3C.
You did mention like sarcophaguses in there. Were they empty?
They are empty.
Do I have enough time to strength check 3B?
Yeah.
It's a 19.
Okay, you are able to bust through that door as well.
Same thing. Shield forward. See what's in.
This 20-foot square room differs from the other crypts because it hasn't fallen into disrepair. The sarcophagus resting against the north wall is in good condition but has no decorations or carvings to indicate its contents. How far into this are you going to go?
From what I can see in the doorway, the sarcophagus is still sealed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of holler over my shoulder at the rest of them with what's going on in here, because this one seems like it might be a little more threatening.
Okay, so the paladin and the anti-paladin. Are you?
The 2 paladins.
You're entering together?
Let's go in.
And what are you and Mike doing? Just hanging out in the corridor?
I'm just like peeking in through the doorway behind him.
Kind of hold in at a safe distance behind us. I want to get the sarcophagus.
Roll a strength check to open the sarcophagus.
Don't open that.
Why?
Somebody's laid to rest there?
People were laid to rest in the other one, and they're not there anymore. I need to know if this one's still here.
You successfully pry it open, and from the sarcophagus pours a thick black cloud of smoke. Roll initiative.
Good job. I told you not to open that, didn't I? Now look what you've done.
Rip. 6. I'm on a 6.
I rolled a 12.
7.
Please tell me what this is.
Yeah, can I cast perception to figure out what we're fighting?
Roll perception.
So I can detect evil, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Is
On,
it
on
evil?
your initiative.
This thing's really fucking evil,
Is
Kaylee.
it passive, though?
No, this one apparently is evil.
It is a wraith.
Alhazard's gonna make friends with it again.
Sean's turn.
I am just gonna cast False for fun.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile for 6 total damage.
Woo!
Oh, you damaged it by
Yeah,
6.
okay, yeah, I rolled all. I just rolled really poorly.
Yep. Okay, it is now the Wraith's turn. Ben is the closest. 4 damage.
Ow!
Rolling for double. 24 to hit.
That hits.
Woo! 5 damage.
I will give it a good old swing as well. That's not a very big number, unfortunately. That's gonna be 15.
That hits.
Yay! Thanks, Bull Strength. 11 damage.
I just call lightning on this bitch.
It is not resistant to electricity.
Yeah, then I'm gonna call lightning the shit out of
It fails reflex save.
it. 11.
Wraith has died. Again.
Got it.
Okay, so I think that's it for today.
Are we just pressing the pause button, or do we want to like set up a long rest?
I mean, I'm probably okay to push on. I haven't really burned too many of my spell slots.
Yeah, I would like prefer to just pause here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good either way.
I'm going to assume that someone rolled successfully and tell you that each of these bottles you can use 3 times. There are 3 uses from each of these potion bottles
Of Cure Light.
of Cure Full. So you downed 1 and now you have 2 uses left because you also sipped off the top of this one.
So I can take 2 more sips from the one that I took from.
Yeah, because I am a benevolent god and I didn't want you to die before next week. I was hoping that we'd get a little further.
We could have gotten further if Sean would have just like gone into the fucking dungeon at the
Well,
beginning.
if you'd have just asked the goddamn fucking question.
Need
so-
to like clear we needed to go into the dungeon.
If you two didn't argue like a married couple that needed counseling, then
Yeah, we're generating content. Podcast.
That's true. That's true. This is quality
Quality.
content.